Hello, sweet friends. Okay, listen, so Braden has called and him and his friends want me to make them a chicken casserole. So I thought, well, what better chicken casserole than just the old school original chicken casserole that I have made so many times. Y'all know there's so many different things you can do with this and change it up, and so let's get going with how we're going to make it tonight, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So in my pan here, I left in just a little bit of the pasta water. I've already boiled my pasta, and it's seasoned up, as of course, as you can tell. All right, and I have 1 tablespoon of butter going in. And we're going to do, let me get you on up here. We're going to do 8 ounces of cream cheese. Now, like I said, we've done a few of these on here. The idea of where I even started with this casserole is what I call the old school vintage chicken casserole. It didn't have pasta in it. It was just mostly these ingredients that I'm adding in, and then you would put the crackers on top and cook it like that, and then you would make your side dishes to go with it. Well, later on throughout the years, I've added pasta, a few different little flavors here and there, and it's always good no matter what we add to it. Okay, now we're going to go in with 8 ounces of sour cream. So, of course, tonight I'm going to add the pasta to it because that's what they want. They want because the pasta just kind of makes it a meal in one, you know. And you can also add you a vegetable to it. I have done that. But most of the time, my boys always preferred it with just doing it either with or without the pasta, but they would prefer to have the vegetable on the side, okay? Now we're going to do 1 can cream of chicken. So you can definitely do it many different ways. All right, but it is so easy. There's no prep work. Only thing I have done before I got on here was boil those noodles. That's it. So it is so easy and fast. This is something you can throw together really quick, and it is just delicious. Y'all tell me about your snow. Are y'all snowed in? We got quite a bit here today, especially to be in Tennessee. I mean, we don't just always get this much snow, I'll tell you that. All right, I'm gonna add in a little bit of heavy cream just because I have this. This is optional, but I need to use this while I have it, so I'm gonna put a little bit of it in. You could do milk, or you could leave it out all the way around, because of course we're going to need some pasta water, especially since we're adding pasta to it. But now if you're doing this and not adding any pasta to it, you wouldn't even need much more liquid than just your ingredients that you're doing. Your sour cream, your cream cheese, your cream of chicken. You really wouldn't need much liquid outside of that, but anytime you have pasta, you need a little bit of liquid. So anyway, y'all, I'm just going to let all this melt down. We're going to add a little bit of spice to it. I'm going to add some shredded cheese. I've got my chicken over here, got my pasta over there. We're going to throw this together. This is so good, so easy. Everybody always loves this. Everybody always loves it when I post a recipe similar to this one. Sometimes I add ranch. I don't know if I'm going to tonight. We're just going to see. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've just been trying to get that cream cheese melted down. It feels like there's still a few little chunks in there, but we can go ahead and get going. I'm going to do a little bit of garlic powder, and just however much you want, y'all. There's really no measuring to this. A little bit of onion powder, just the same way, just put some in there. And I like to do a little bit of parsley. Okay, like that. And I'm going to do some pepper. and maybe just a little bit of salt. You know, I use the, like I said, the chicken bouillon in my pasta, and I use the pasta water. So I don't want to get it too salty. So we can always add a little bit. Now, if you just boil your pasta in regular water and you're not adding any of that in, then you could certainly add a little bit more salt, okay? I know it don't look like much right now, but y'all, it smells so good already. I love it. All right, let's see here. Now let's go ahead and add in some of our shredded cheese. I'm going to do a good handful, which maybe be around about maybe a cup or so. Okay. I'm going to get our pasta over here, which I have 12 ounces of boiled egg noodles. You don't want to overcook your noodles, remember, because we're going to pop this in the oven. 12 ounces cooked egg noodles. Let me get my big spoon here now. Now we're in business, so we got to get rid of this little one. Okay. And y'all, like I said, the old school, I got this idea from the old school original, like I said, I call it vintage chicken casserole. The only thing that I've done here that is different from the original chicken casserole is it doesn't have the pasta in it, and it doesn't have cheese in it. If y'all want to see that recipe, just let me know and I can share it. I have made it also. It is very, very good. It's just, you know, one of those things that is just a little bit different, and I've just kind of done things and changed it up over the years and made different dishes out of it. Okay, now I'm going to add in some rotisserie chicken. You can boil your chicken, you can use leftover chicken, whatever you want to do. Okay. And I know we're going to need some of our pasta water. As you can tell, it is really thick, so I have some reserved pasta water here, which y'all know in my pasta water I always add in some chicken bouillon. So that was about 1 cup so far, because I had 2 cups in there. That just gives it more flavor. It just, you know, of course you don't want it to be dry. And some of my followers may have already seen me make these. I mean, it may be a little bit different now than from the other time, but not much. And that's okay. I know some of my newer followers may have not seen it, and so when Braden asked me to make it, I thought, well, I'll jump on here and do a little video real quick, because this is always a favorite for everybody. I'm going to do a little bit more of this because we don't want it to be dry. Okay, so we're at 1.5 cups of our pasta water. Just make sure and season that pasta water up with your good broth, okay? Or your bouillon. That looks good right there. Looks really good. Okay, let me get me a spoon. And what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to taste it and see how it tastes. Because like I said, most of the time when I add the pasta in and do it this way, I add in a little bit of ranch seasoning. So I'm going to see what it tastes like without it, because I'd love to have just the original way without those added seasonings, okay? It's really good this way too. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I don't think we're even going to add any ranch in it. The ranch is really good. If you want to add it, I would do about 1 tablespoon. I've done a recipe on that. It's really good in this. But I wanted this to be just the original way, except for adding the cheese and the pasta. Okay? So, let's see here. This is all we have to do, and I'm just going to, I've got to melt my butter. I am going to put some crushed crackers on top. I normally don't do that whenever I do it with the pasta, but this time I'm going to. Let me get this butter's not completely melted. Let me get this melted. I'll come back. We're going to put all this together, and y'all, that's all there is to it. Okay, so I have about 2 tablespoons of melted butter here, and then I have one of the little small sleeves, you know, of the Ritz crackers. You know, I've told you I love these little small sleeves because they're perfect to use, and you don't have to open up a whole sleeve and worry about them going stale before you use the rest of them. All right, and in that, I'm going to add in some parsley flakes. Just sprinkle some in, and just a little bit of poppy seed. I thought that might be good. Let's see. This comes out fast, so I don't want too much. So I'm gonna put it in my hand. Just a little bit. I think that'll be enough. I don't want a ton in there. Okay. Now let's mix this up. Of course, both of those are optional, and even the crackers are optional. Sometimes. A lot of times whenever I do add the pasta in this casserole, I don't even put crackers on top, but tonight I decided to. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. And you can do more crackers if you want. I usually just do one of those little sleeves. Okay. So let's see here. Now I'm just using one of these little metal pans. You know, if you have boys, you understand. That way I can just send this to them and I don't have to worry about a bowl or getting a pan back. Y'all know how they are. Their boys are different than girls. If you have girls, that's a different story, but with boys, you just send them the metal pan and tell them enjoy. I love this. Yes, they're just snowed in and hanging out, and that's just perfectly fine. That's what they should be doing. And so when he asked me to make this, I said, well, of course. It's so easy, so simple. All right, we got that. And then now we're gonna add a little bit of cheese to the top. Y'all let me know if you've made this before, whether it be another way that I showed y'all or this way, or I don't think I've made it exactly this way, but probably pretty close. Some good cheese on the top. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're going to just add on our crackers. This is always such a kid favorite because it doesn't have like onions and that sort of thing in it, you know. And you can always add, like I said earlier, you can add a vegetable. If you want to add some broccoli in, that would be great. Maybe some peas, green beans, really just anything you want. And more crackers. Y'all can see I just have a few here, but that's how I like it. I don't like a ton of crackers on it, and I don't feel like braiding them would either. I'm saying this like I'm making it for myself, but trust me, I know what he likes, little stinker. I miss him, don't y'all? Don't y'all miss him coming on here doing the taste test with us? He's gonna have to come around more often, isn't he? Okay, that is it. I've got it on this little baking dish to give it a little bit more sturdiness, but I'm gonna pop this in the oven. I have it on 350 uncovered. I'm thinking 25 minutes or so, and I'll be back. Okay, look at our casserole. I'm just gonna, instead of picking it up, I'm just gonna try to tilt this camera down, y'all. I'm liable to drop it right in the middle of the casserole. Don't it look good though? It smells so good. So what I'm gonna do is get me just a tiny bit out, because I'm not gonna eat much of this. I've had enough pasta this week, y'all, so I'm trying to have a little bit self-control. So I'm just gonna get me a tiny little bit out of this corner here, so I can kind of just try it and enjoy the few little bites. And then I'm going to let the boys have the rest. Look at that, y'all. It is so good, I tell you what. Some of you may have already made the other one similar to this. If you have, let me know. Okay. I hate to give something with that like that, but it's Braden, so if it wasn't him, I definitely would not do that to give to somebody. I hope y'all know that. I would never do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just let this, try to cool this for a second and get me a bite, so I can get this to them. I know I kind of run through the video a little bit quick tonight, and I didn't really have much time to talk to y'all. I was trying to get this done for them before it got too late. We'll talk on the next video for sure. I'm going to do another live too in the next day or two. I had actually thought about doing one tonight until he called and asked me about this, if I'd make this casserole. So I love doing the lives, just that way we don't have to focus on a recipe. We can just talk and visit. I really enjoyed that last one. Y'all already know this is so good. This is a go-to casserole. Quick, easy, few ingredients, delicious, y'all. I love it. Okay, y'all. Well, thank y'all for hanging in there with me. I'm gonna get this turned off and get in touch with him and get this over there to them boys. They'll love this. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.